Okay. I think I found it. I'm stupid. There we go. Bash scripting. Long topic. Long topic. Not sure where to start. I guess to begin, the very thing that really that everybody starts with Bash, honestly, that makes it useful more than just singular individual commands that you're using to do individual singular tasks all separately, is the pipe. The pipe is the beginning of gluing all of that stuff together. So, what the pipe does is it takes the output of one program and allows that to become the input of another program. Um, I guess a good place to begin, even though it's a little bit on the redundant side because you don't actually need to do things this way, but it demonstrates the usage of a pipe. My microphone does not have a mount, and I'm struggling with finding a good place to put it. I think that will work for me. You'll have to tell me if my audio is acceptable or not. Since it's a little further away, I'll turn it up just a scotch. The pipe again. Let's see what we have. TenderDuty.service will work. So, the cat command will print the contents of a file. Pretty simple. That's just the cat command at its very most basic. No switches. It can do more, but that is where we're starting. So, outputs that file to standard out, or in other words, your monitor, the terminal session on your monitor that you're working on, standard out. So, we can pipe that so the output of this first command will become the input of the second command. Say we want to find instances of root in the TenderDuty service file. So we are piping the output of cat into the input of grep. Now, the reason I say that's redundant is you don't need to do it that way. That's extra typing you can simply do. And do the same thing. However, the illustration, the point that I'm making is that the pipe is the starting point of all bash work. It's what glues everything together. Yes, there are other ways to string commands together, and we'll discuss those, but that is the place where it all starts. seem to have lost my drink. There it is. All right. So, that's the simple way of stringing things together. Um, thing to know about the pipe. The first command in a bash script, if you pipe two things together like that, sometimes the command will just, the program will kind of, the script, as it were, will just keep running regardless of any errors it encounters. So another common way that you see of stringing commands together is the ampersand. Now that can be kind of confusing because it can mean different things when used differently. What I mean by that is, the first instance you might see the ampersand used is just by itself, which tells the shell to send a process to the background. Now, if I just send a short process to the background, it's going to end right away. Oops. But effectively, it really has no point of sending that to the background. But if you're going to do an operation that's going to take a while, if I'm searching the entire file system for something, wrong order. Find slash -98. See, a command like that will take a while. And it'll also output a lot of stuff. And anytime it hits a directory, because you're starting at the root of the file system, anytime you hit a directory that is something you don't own, the permission will be denied, of course. So as I'm not running it as the root user, it will deny it for most of the system. Now we can see that it's processing, but it's taking a while. I'm going to stop it. Run it again, except this time I'm going to redirect it to a file. This comes back to other ways of stringing things together. Redirect, however, sends the output, instead of sending the output of this command to your terminal, to the screen, it's going to send the output to this file, .text. Now if I run this, it won't let me do anything else until this whole string of commands has completed. Whereas if I use the ampersand, it will run this task in the background and errors will still come to standard error, which will, I believe, show on the terminal. I think that's what's going on, if I'm understanding Bash correctly. However, it's also putting it into that file and running it in the background. If I use the jobs command, I can see it running. Now, I can bring it back to the foreground